Hi everyone, how are you today? It's a new moon in Aquarius today. In England it is just after 7 p.m. and tonight, Thursday, at 8 o'clock, myself and my lovely friend Annabel Fox are going to be sharing another one of our distant healing meditations for you. So I'm going to pop a link below this video to take you to my website where you'll find the Zoom link. So just drop in at 8 o'clock. No need to book. It's free. Feel free to invite friends. We'd just love to see you. It's lovely to have lots of you there. So if you haven't already joined one of our meditations, we send you lots of lovely angelic Reiki, distant healing. We're both doing that throughout the meditation. And then we guide you into a lovely healing journey. And tonight is extra special because we have this new moon in Aquarius today, and we've also got 6 other planets all in Aquarius now. You may well have heard of this if you like your astrology. If you follow my friends Pam, Gregory on Facebook and YouTube, you probably have seen a lot of this already. So it's exciting because the last time this happened was in 1962, and that just gives me sort of goosebumps because it was really the beginning of the sort of movement of love, peace. It was like a revolution really for our whole society. Pre-60s, so many things that we now take for granted just didn't exist. There was virtually no teenagers. Being a teenager didn't really exist. You went from being a child, being a mini mum or dad, into being an adult, having a job, getting married, having kids. There was very little opportunity to live any other sort of life. And of course, from the 60s onwards, we now take it for granted that we can really do. There's so many paths, there's so many avenues. We can go traveling, we can have many different partners, relationships. We don't have to settle down, we don't have to get a job, we don't have to live in the same house. So it really just shifted everything into a much more free dynamic for us in our society. For women, I mean, it's just the changes in the last, since the 1960s have been huge over the last 50, 60 years. At no time in history that we know about has such dramatic change happened so fast. Music, fashion, drugs, sex, love, everything, it's all just, it all just came in a flood in that decade. And what's really exciting about this now is that this isn't just going to last a few years. We're in this energy now. We're going to get a taste of it this month, this week. We're going to be in this energy now for decades. This is going to go on and on. So the energy is only going to build. Aquarian energy is very new, it's very exciting, it's very innovative, very creative, and we're in an air sign, so it's very much about change. And all the other energies, if you follow astrology, what happened last year with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunctions and everything else that's going on, that's just been so wild, it's really still in that sort of energy of change, of old ways crumbling. And you could see that happen in the 60s, the sort of fuddy-duddy sort of turning into your mum and dad aged 17 or 18, working in the same job for 40, 50 years. All of that changed, and that's going to happen again. So we might find that over the next few decades, our society becomes so transformed that what we know now becomes unrecognizable. We might look back and think, gosh, how boring that was back in 2021. So I'm really excited, and I also wanted to say we're going to bring all this into the meditation tonight. We're really going to work to co-create and create a vision for our new future. And I really pick up on energy and vibration and on other people and how they're feeling. And I know that, so many spiritual friends, yogis, people who have been waking up for a long time, all have woken up quite recently to what's going on in the world, have suddenly hit a bit of a wall. There's a lot of fear now, particularly around all these vaccinations that are coming in, the idea that we might have to have them, the idea that we might be discriminated against if we don't, we might not be able to travel, we might not be able to go back to the bars and the gyms and things, or back to work. So there's a lot of fear, and I think at the moment, I feel today the energy is getting really strong for more change, for exciting change, and for positive change. And I think when we look about how we're going to get out of this lockdown that we just seem to be in never-endingly, the goalposts keep moving, It keeps getting longer and longer. The scenarios of how we're going to get out keep changing. And we've got to also remember that there are other ways. We're only being given one narrative through the mainstream media. And if you look down other avenues, if you do your research, dig deep, get off Google, start looking, don't just do a Google search, find other alternative links, find doctors, professors who are looking at other opportunities. You will find, as I have done, that there are positive opportunities there, like treatments for this situation that we're in that could prevent and cure the disease. So things like that make me think, okay, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, I'm not an immunologist, I haven't studied virology, but I can use my common sense and think there's something good is gonna come. I feel really, really sure of it. And I think it's really important that those of us who are awake to what's going on, and I'm sure many of you are, and it's frustrating and it can be scary and it can keep you awake at night and it can make you angry and helpless, but all of those energies are very low in their vibration. So we need to be careful not to join in with the fear that the masses are being given and scaremongered through the TV and through the radio and newspapers. We need to not join in with that, with our fear that the worst could happen. Let's keep it high. So tonight's meditation is going to be about trying to really connect with that. And I really hope you can join us at 8 o'clock. We'll be there a little bit before 8, just to say hi if you want to come a bit early. It'll also be streamed onto Facebook Live, so you can always watch it on there if you follow my Malula page on Facebook. And it all gets recorded and made into a lovely meditation with nice music and everything that goes onto YouTube in a couple of days. So if you miss it tonight, don't worry, the healing energy will reach you whenever you watch it, so please do. And let's just work together to not sink into fear of worst case scenarios. Let's really work together to create another much more powerful love revolution than our parents or grandparents were involved in. Let's really bring that energy through and anchor it into the earth. So I hope to see you later, everyone, and I'm sending you lots of love however you're feeling today. I'm sending you lots and lots of love and best wishes. And me and Annabel will see you at 8. Mwah. Bye.